G'day and welcome to my channel. My name is Pandy and I run a small filmmaking business called Pandy Films in South Australia. And today I'm going to talk to you about my first impressions with the new Canon EOS R5C. Now I've had the camera for about 4 days, and coming from the Canon R5, it didn't take me that long to get used to it. But I'm going to talk to you about the things that I love about it and the things that I don't like about it. So the number one thing that drew my attention straight away was battery life. A fully charged LPE 6NH will roughly give you about 40 minutes, and that's on standby mode. So what I've just found pretty interesting after doing a few more tests, if you got the frame rate set at 50 frames, it will chew the battery up in about 40 minutes. But if you got it at 25 frames, you could probably get about 50 to 55 minutes per battery. And this could also be something to do with having the fan on high or on low. Another strange thing is, say when you've completely chewed up the battery on video, you can flick it to photo and you'll have about half a battery on stills mode. And another thing is there's no power saving mode. So I love on the Canon R5 how you've got a power saving mode, the camera will just switch off however long you program it. Yeah, the autofocus, it's good, but it's not the Canon R5's autofocus system. One of the things that I really loved about the R5, which I wish was going to be on this, was the touch and drag, where you put your eye to the EVF and you'd use your thumb on the LCD screen and you would slowly toggle of where you wanted to focus. It doesn't have any tracking in the high frame rate mode, so 100, 120 frames. It doesn't have any animal tracking, and that's mainly what I focus on, is filming stud rams and stud bulls. So hopefully that gets incorporated in there somehow. Photo to video mode switch. When you're flicking between both of them, there's roughly about an 8-second delay. So that's due to the sensor cleaning. Now I have turned the sensor cleaning off both systems. Funnily enough, it works from photo to video. It will cut it down to 3 to 4 seconds, but it will remain at 8 seconds going from video to photo. So hopefully in a future firmware update, they will be able to change that, because on the R5, you can program a button to switch between stills to video, and it's almost instant. So they're just some things I don't like about the camera. These are the things that I do love about the camera. No overheating, which is great. The camera body does get quite warm though, but there's still no overheating, mainly because there's fans here at the back. Another thing is, every resolution is read out from the 8K sensor. So if you film in 4K, 2K or 1080, it's all downsampled from 8K, which is pretty amazing. Another thing I love about the camera is all the assignable buttons that you can program. So on the R5C, this is the record button, but on the R5, that's just the shutter button, and this is the record button. So just for now, I have made both of them the record button because it's allowed me, if I want to shoot in a high frame rate, like 100, 120 frames, I press this button down here, number 12. Another thing that I'm happy about, but I hope they can improve on in the future, is when you shoot in a high frame rate, you do have audio. It does get recorded to the SD card on a separate file that you would have to sync up in post. So basically, yeah, that's just my first impressions of the camera. I'm really looking forward to using it more and more and getting to see like what I can get out of this camera. No, I'm not getting rid of my R5. I'm just basically going to use this as my A and that as my B cam. And yeah, but if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. And if you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.